What's up? What's up, everyone? This is Mrradillo, Andrew Mrradillo here, back with another episode of Mrradillo's World. This one is going to be interesting because I don't know if I should be the one talking about this because I don't know if I have the weight, in my opinion. But I'm going to talk about it anyways because this is America, and heck yeah, we're going to talk about the GOAT debate, the NBA. Okay, LeBron versus Jordan. I've been doing a little bit of research on Grok AI. Dude, Grok is amazing, isn't it? Like AI in general, it's just a fast way to kind of like get some research and points, which is really cool. But I'm gonna throw out my bias immediately. I am a Jordan stan. Jordan is the GOAT for me and forever will be. But I kind of wanted to make this argument. Okay, and here's why Jordan is the GOAT for me. For one, the first thing is he's 6-0 in finals compared to 4-10. It is impressive that LeBron's been to 10 finals. That is awesome. But ultimately, I think you're judged by winning those, right? And Jordan is undefeated in the finals. Secondly, I think Jordan is a killer compared to LeBron. I think LeBron is very good at basketball. I think he's the greatest athlete of all time. But I don't think he has Jordan's competitiveness, almost maniacal competitiveness, obsessiveness.
I'm only doing it because it is who I am. That's how I played the game. That was my mentality.
To the craft of basketball, okay? But I wanted to kind of like jump in here and just talk about these things. Things I don't like about LeBron right off the top. I don't like LeBron. For one, I don't kind of like some of his takes. I don't like how he tries to be an authoritative voice and weigh in different topics. Not that he doesn't have the right; he certainly does. But I don't really care about his opinions. I care about him on the basketball court. Secondly, I don't like what he did to the game of basketball. I don't like the decision.
The answer to the question everybody wants to know. LeBron, what's your decision?
In this fall, man, this is very tough. In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
I don't like the big three.
But we also know you three kings came down here to win championships. Not one, championships.
Not two.
LeBron, tell us about that.
Not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, not seven. Hey, and when I say that, I really believe it.
I don't like that he continuously teams up with stars instead of being loyal to the franchise, right? I respect Jordan because he played 13 seasons with the Bulls. And he came back after retirement the second time and played on the Wizards. But I don't really count those years. You can count them if you want. You can put those as negatives against him. He's still 6-0 in the finals. Like, come at me. Secondly, I think what Jordan did for the game of basketball is he put it on the map. If you even watch The Last Dance, Jordan's when he came into the league, the Bulls were kind of like a nothing franchise, and he built them in the league, honestly, on his back, right, to a $1 billion league. And obviously, they're still legends like Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, so they were there. Kareem, like they're still greats in basketball. So I'm not going to say he did it all. He also didn't think he was bigger than basketball or even the greats. That's another thing, I dislike about LeBron is he came into the league claiming to be the king, claiming to be the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
that one right there made me the greatest player of all time.
For
That's
so
what
many
I felt.
reasons.
I was super ecstatic to win one for Cleveland because of the 52-year drought.
I don't really care for that type of attitude. And then and this isn't this whole thing. This whole thing with LeBron and Stephen A. Smith, like. Him coming, I just think that's a soft move. I don't think I don't know about basketball fully. Like, okay, I'm not an expert. Y'all can say whatever you want about me. Oh, I'm not playing. Yeah, you're right. I've never played basketball. I've watched it, and I can tell you what I like and I don't like. I can tell you that LeBron is not as competitive as Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was a killer. So was Kobe. Kobe was a killer. They stuck it out when facing adversity. They did not run from adversity and join other teams in order to chase championships. Even with this whole Luka trade, like I think this kind of diminishes LeBron's legacy. And I don't really care like about how this media tour that LeBron continuously has people pushing that he is the GOAT. If you have to keep pushing this narrative and creating new arguments that you're the GOAT, like obviously you're not the GOAT, right? You're trying to put in everyone's mind by every single argument. Like you're not gonna take Mike off the pedestal there, right? People wanted to be like Mike. People don't want to be like LeBron. People don't like. There's a portion of people that love LeBron and think he's the GOAT, and that's fair. You can think that. I think you're wrong, and we're gonna go through some of this stuff. Sorry, I'm just on my pedestal because I've been seeing. We all see it on social media. We all see people talking about LeBron and how he's this and that and this and that and it's just a concept narrative. Oh, look at these 40,000 points. Oh, he's been in the league for 22 years. Oh. And then we hear some whispers. These are allegations. I don't know if they're true. Allegations of possible, HGH, possible steroid mix. You know what I mean? Like, if that comes out, what are we going to say about his longevity? Are we going to keep talking about it? No. We're going to talk about he won 2 titles with the Heat with D. Wade and Chris Bosh. I don't think we can compare those as his titles. You know what one we can compare? The one where he came back 3-1. I think that's a legitimate title. That's LeBron's title. He was magnificent. Yes, injuries played a part in that finals, but he did come back from 3-1. That's a really awesome thing, and that's why I think he's up there, top 2. I'll give him top 2, right? But the Lakers bubble title, like, are we serious? Are we serious? We try to compare this. Are we serious? Come on, okay? He went there 10 times, though. That's awesome. But just in football, if you think about it, the Bills went to the Super Bowl for 4 consecutive years, didn't win a Super Bowl. Those were good teams, but they weren't great. We don't consider them great because they didn't do it all. The Patriots went 18-1, great team, but we do not consider them to be the greatest team of all time because they didn't go over that hump. They didn't match the Dolphins, right? We respect Brady. I respect Brady, even though I hated Brady, and now he's the Raiders owner, funny enough. We respect Brady because he was great and he won. As much as I hate Mahomes, he wins, right? Steph Curry in the LeBron era has won 4 titles. Does that diminish LeBron's legacy? When Jordan was in his prime, no one else won. That's legitimate. Those are facts. Anyway, okay. So let's go into this GOAT debate. This is Grok here, sourcing. Case for Michael Jordan for the GOAT. Championships. 6 titles. 91 through 93. 96 through 98. That's 2 three-peats. LeBron doesn't even have a three-peat. Like, boom, win. All with the Chicago Bulls. If LeBron did this with Cleveland, all Cleveland, I would have much more legitimate respect for those 10 finals, for those 4 wins. Dude's hopped around. I don't respect non-loyalty. As you can see, I'm a Raiders fan, right? I respect the Raiders, and I respect those who respect the Raiders, right? I don't respect people that be hopping around. I'm not into this non-loyalty of this new age where it's all about me. Nah, bro. It's not all about you. It's about the team. Put the team first. Put the shield first. Anyways. Scoring. Michael Jordan has 10 scoring titles, most of all time. Career average of 30.1 points per game. Highest in NBA history. Included playoff average is 33.4. He went to another level in the playoffs. Like, come on. Okay. Defense, 9-time All Defensive First Team, 1988 Defensive Player of the Year, known for locking down opponents. He's known for this. It's kind of tough to watch in year 22 of LeBron not even playing defense. That's kind of tough. You know what I mean? Which, we're going to get to LeBron's, because LeBron is still legitimate. Like, I'm not diminishing that he's a scrub. He's not. He's probably the greatest athlete of all time, right? Clutch factor. Iconic moments like the shot in the 1998 Finals game winner. Undefeated in high-stakes Finals games. Whew. Undefeated, son. That's greatness. That's greatness. That's the GOAT.
Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead.
Sorry. Peak dominance, back-to-back three-peats, averaging absurd numbers. Well, he did retire in between those three-peats, so I don't know if that's accurate completely. Cultural impact. Transformed NBA's global popularity. Air Jordan Brown and unmatched mystique. We can't argue with this. We can't argue that arguably the league was the most popular when Michael Jordan was in the league. And now we can kind of argue that as LeBron's been in the league has been diminishing in popularity. So, I mean, if we're going to give him all the accolades, we got to be like, this is on his back, right? Diminishing is happening because, I mean, that may not be a correlation, but I'm going to argue it right now. Case against. Oh, this is the case against Jordan. He played in a physically tougher era, but some argue competition was less deep compared to today's spacing and athleticism. Well, in today's league, they're just hopping up threes. Even though I love Curry, and he's decided that, but they don't even have to be physical. They just are running around. Which, okay, to be honest, they're physical. Like, it is physical still. It's just they are running around a lot more, kind of thing. And they're spread out, and a lot more isolation, a lot more pick and roll, a lot more chucking up shots, right? Not a lot of rim action in today's game. Not a lot of post work, you know what I mean? It's mostly just we're going to get it out for the open shot kind of thing, which, I mean, teach his own. Longevity. LeBron definitely wins in this one. He played 15 seasons, 13 with the Bulls. I'll give him that advantage. 13 seasons with the Bulls compared to LeBron hopping all over the place. Retiring twice in mid-career, so his cumulative stats don't match LeBron's. Fair point. Less of a passer than LeBron, with a career average of 5.3 assists per game. That is LeBron's strength, is he is more collaborative player. I think he is a team guy in that sense, but he's not the guy that's going to be like, I'm going to take that last second shot. Even though he still does, he just is not as consistent as you would say Kobe or LeBron. LeBron James, longevity, 22 seasons and counting. Okay, still elite at age 40. I don't know about elite. Like, I don't think LeBron is trying as much, and he's taking some time off. He's not like playing every single game locked in like Jordan was during his end of season. I'll say that. But 22 seasons, impressive. Like, I can't argue with that. Score, 40,474 points. I think he's actually just hit 50K. Did he just hit 50K?
Decision-making on the offensive end.
He has 26 20-point games this year. LeBron, open three! Got it! 22 seasons, 40 years of age. LeBron James, 50,002 points.
No, I could be wrong. See, what is this guy even talking about basketball for? Versatility. Averages 27 points per game, 8.2 rebounds per game, 7.8 assists per game for career. Can play defend all 5 positions. I think that defend needs an asterisk, because if you've watched him defend, I don't think he brings it every single game in defense. Like, I wouldn't say he's lock up. He can play defense every position because he's a freak athlete. He's tall. He's just a beast of a person. So, yeah, like that is an aspect. Championships, 4. 2012, 2013, 2016, 2020. With 3 different teams. Heats, Cavs, and Lakers. But no three-peat. No three-peat. Because LeBron's not a loyal person. You know, it's for him. And he's going to make business decisions that are best for him. Which is fine. That's his prerogative. I don't respect that, but good for him. Clutch moments. 2016 Finals comeback 3-1 against the 73-9 Warriors. That was a tough one. Injuries did help that. I will say that. But he did go to another era in that specific series. So, era, level, okay? Like, I respect LeBron more because of that. So, I'll say that. I said that. The block delivered Cleveland its first title. That was good. Good for that. Then he abandoned them again and went to the Lakers. Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that, how he leaves franchises in a ball, a shell, because he devotes so many resources and then bails when he wants. You know what I mean? Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that, though. Only player with 40K points, 10K rebounds, 10K assists, top tier durability and consistency. No, it's 40K. It's not 50, I don't think. I think he just, well, no, it might be 50. He just received a milestone. Hold on, let me look it up. LeBron recent milestone points. Yeah, 50,000 points. Okay, so he just got 50,000 points. Good for him. Good for him. Adaptability. Thrive through multiple eras. Early 2000s physicality. Today's pace and space in the game. That's fair. I would say he did go through some of the physicality in the 2000s. He didn't win in that era. He didn't start winning until he went to Miami, which is what's that next? The pace and space. I think that kind of started it. But you know what I mean? I'll give him that. I'll give him that. Case against. Finals record. He's 4-6 in the finals, which losses sometimes attributed to weaker supporting cast. So he just gets an excuse for all those. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, he's 4-6, whatever. Scoring titles. He's only won one scoring title compared to Jordan's 10. Peak scoring 30 points per game in 2006 doesn't match Jordan's sustained dominance. That's a fair con. Perception. Critics say he's less killer than Jordan, pointing to moments like passing in clutch situations, which is fair. That's just not his game. He is more of a team guy. He's gonna put up consistent points. See, this is my problem with LeBron too, and everyone's just be like, this guy's straight biased. Yeah, for sure I am. My problem with LeBron is he has the opportunity and the ability to dominate every single point he's on the floor. He's a physical specimen, and he can dominate, but I guess he just chooses not to. Why does he just lollygag sometimes and then goes, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get the whole, like, pacing and longevity, yada, 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 but, like, dominate. I'm here to watch you dominate, bro. Be the best. Like, don't be ashamed of being the best. I don't know. Okay, head-to-head competition. So here's some stats for their careers. Jordan is 30 points per game, 6.2 rebounds per game, 5.3 assists per game, 49.7 field goals per game, 2.3 SPG. I'm not sure what SPG is. Hold on. Steals per game. That's what it is. LeBron, 27.1 points per game. Jordan has the edge on there. LeBron has 8.2 rebounds per game. LeBron has that edge. 7.8 assists per game. LeBron has that edge. And a 50.5% field goal. He's probably taken lesser shots than Jordan, so he does have a better field goal percentage. But edge of LeBron. But 2.3 steals per game and 1.5 steals per game. So I would give that edge. I mean, statistically, more categories, LeBron is up. For example, rebounds per game, assists per game, and field goals per game. Jordan is 31.1 points per game and more steals per game. I would honestly take Jordan's stat line over LeBron's, but I don't know. You probably have to give the edge in stats for LeBron if you're being objective, which you know I am. You know I'm being objective. Accolades. Jordan has 6 MVPs, 6 Finals MVPs, 10 All NBA All NBA first teams, 1 Defensive Player of the Year. Okay, LeBron has 4 MVPs, 4 Finals MVPs, 13 All NBA first teams, and then no Defensive Player of the Year. The edge goes to Jordan as an accolade. You also got to throw in like winning, But that's the next aspect here. Winning. Jordan's perfect finals record and three-peats give him the edge in the winner perception. LeBron's longevity and overcoming stacked teams, 2016 Warriors, bolster his case. Which, I think you have to go with Jordan's perfect final record. If Jordan made it to the final, you know he was winning that. LeBron, he's 40%. 40% a winner. 4 out of 10 championships. If you like 40%, that's good. That's your GOAT. That's your GOAT. 40%. 40%. Sorry, I'm being disrespectful here. Let's go to cultural impact. Okay. Jordan was a global icon, turned NBA into a worldwide phenomenon in the 90s. His Bull games were the most watched TV globally, and he became the face of basketball's international expansion. We can't deny that Jordan was a celebrity of celebrities, okay? Like, he was Michael Jackson status of celebrity. People were fawning over him wherever he goes, right? And what's good about Jordan is he still showed up and was still cordial and respectful. And he still played every single game of the season unless he was actually injured, right? There was no load management, right? Because people were paying to see Jordan. He cared, at least it seemed that way. I don't actually know if he cared. He cared about the fans. He cared about the everyday people that are going and spending our hard-earned money on those games, right? I don't know if LeBron did. I don't know if LeBron does. I don't think he gives a crap about anybody else.
You're saying it's a horrible call. He's not happy here. He's got it talking to Jamal and I, to fans, to Peyton's kids. He's having a good time here.
Air Jordan brand. Launched in 1895. In 1895, launched in 1985, the sneaker line that redefined sports marketing, fashion. It's still a cultural juggernaut, with sales hitting $6.6 billion in 2023 alone. The Jumpman logo is synonymous with cool. I don't think you can beat the branding.
Yo, Mars Blackman here with my main man, Michael Jordan. Yo, Mike, what makes you the best player in the universe? Is it the vicious stunts?
No, Mars.
Is it the haircut?
No, Mars.
Is it the shoes?
No, Mars.
Is it the extra long shorts?
No, Mars.
It's the shoes it, right?
Nah.
Is it the short socks?
No, Mars.
Money's gotta be the shoes. Shoes. You sure it's not the shoes?
I'm sure.
LeBron James went with Nike. He has his own LeBron James logo. I don't think necessarily that's as popular at all as Jordan. But LeBron does have good business acumen otherwise. Like, he's getting involved in like owning sports. He's getting involved in being agents. Jordan didn't necessarily do that. He kind of stuck to his own lane of basketball. Bunch of endorsements, right? LeBron's probably has more money in endorsements. It's just a different time, like with numbers and inflation kind of thing. And the money in basketball is just crazy nowadays compared to it was during Michael Jordan's time. Okay. Media and mythology. He starred in 1996 Space Jam. What movie did LeBron James star in? Oh, yeah, Space Jam. Who made Space Jam famous? Michael Jordan, okay? Why don't you start your own franchise with, like, Disney characters? Why'd you have to go in Space Jam? Because you're competing with the legacy of Michael Jordan. Sorry. Blending sports and pop culture, his clutch moments like the shot or the 1998 finals created larger-than-life aura, amplified by limited media exposure, no social media scrutiny. That's one thing LeBron had to face that Michael Jordan didn't. LeBron has, like, basically, I don't know what I'm trying to say. He has, like, access. People have access to him and can talk junk to him every day of his life, every minute, every second, right? So I get that is something to overcome, and LeBron James has done okay with that. I think he also dips his toes and says the most terrible takes. Like this whole thing with Stephen A. Smith, like, honestly, I think that's a garbage way to react, and I just think that's why he's not the GOAT. Like, yes, he's defending his son. That's great. But his son is also a professional athlete. Does daddy need to make you score points too? Does he need to set screens so that you can score? Oh, I'm sorry, Bronny. I'm sorry. And this guy's better than me. Like, I'm not saying I'm a great athlete. We're just making arguments here. We're making arguments. Y'all are going to talk junk because I can't ball. You're right. Like, I don't ball, but I can see greatness. I can see who's great and who's not. I can see who's a scrub. We all can see, and you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. Competitive ethos. I'm getting passionate for no reason. Jordan's killer instinct became a gold standard for athletes. His work ethic and trash-talking persona influenced a generation of players and fans. What do you think Cody patterned his entire game around Michael Jordan. Everything that Kobe did was from Michael Jordan. Kobe became obsessed. Kobe's greatness stems from Michael Jordan, right? And you can even say LeBron, but now he is in this competitive goatness. But when he was younger in the league, he was always talking about how he loved Michael Jordan. And only when he started trying to become greater and making this media propaganda with his team, what are they called? I don't know. What's his media people? His media mafia. What are they called? You'll know it. You'll know it. Era context. In a pre-internet age, Jordan's mystique grew through highlight reels, word of mouth, and making him the almost untouchable culturally, which is very true. Why he wins culturally, Jordan's peak aligned with the cultural shift, NBA's rise, sneakers culture's birth, the singular narrative of dominance. He's less person, more legend. That's a fair argument. I would say culturally, Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Okay, LeBron James. He's in the social media area. This is tough, and I will say this. I'll give this props to LeBron. This would be tough to live in today's society where everyone's thoughts are publicized, every critique is publicized. So, but then also LeBron does do some dumb stuff, like when you bring in books and they're upside down, he's acting like he's reading them. Like, bro.
So you're holding the autobiography of Malcolm X along with Alex Haley. I don't know how far you are into the book, but what's your biggest takeaway so far?
I kind of just started a couple days ago. Read and a lot of notes over the years. It's my first time actually reading this from start to finish. Very smart man. Very smart man. Basically, his words in the 60s and what was going on is actually what's going on today still. It's unbelievable to kind of read something that's coming directly from him. Wish I had an opportunity to meet him. It's a pretty interesting book so far.
Like, he's crafting his image, which I get. Like, he's in a social media era, but we all know dude tried to trademark Taco Tuesdays.
You know what that day is? Taco Tuesday! Taco Tuesday!
Like, dude's not even Mexican, and he's trying to trademark Taco Tuesday? Like, get out of here! And he's a Taco Tuesday! Like, come on, bro. Come on. His ex posts Instagram stories and memes, LeBronto, amplify his presence. Like, the criticism's tough, and now he has to face it with his son, which I would be very tough as a father, so I give him props for that. But also, how you handle things matters. Also, can we talk about the flopping?
Elbows were flying in Boston, Massachusetts.
James took a shot in the face as Tatum blew by him.
Can we talk about how much flopping LeBron does?
Talking about, could this be another fine for LeBron James on the flop right there?
Has to be.
There was a little bit of contact there, but not as much as...
James missing again at the foul line. A whistle.
I've never seen Jordan flop, right? Matter of fact, with the Pistons, he was getting clothesline going to the rim. LeBron James gets almost punched in the face by Tatum, and he's flopping like he got hurt. Come on, people. Come on. Off-court influence. The LeBron James Family Foundation, he's built schools. That's a prop for LeBron. Way to build schools, LeBron. Champion social justice, not a fan of that. I think that alienates half your people, which is why I think half your people don't like you. That's fair. Notably, after Trayvon Martin's death and during Black Lives Matter, he's a vocal leader the way Jordan never was. I don't think Jordan needed to be. I don't think we need every single person in society to be a vocal leader for some type of off social justice warrior type vibe. Just do what you do and shut up about it. You know what I mean? Sorry, you can have an opinion. I don't have to listen to your opinion. I don't have to care about your opinion, right? But you can have an opinion, okay? Business empire. LeBron is great at business. I will say that. Homie came in knowing he was a business. So a lot of this social media self-promotion thing, I understand it's a business image, and he's profiting from that, which makes sense, and every person would do the same, right? I would say Jordan gave him that ability to bargain with these companies like this to be the star, because in Jordan's era, it was different. That just wasn't heard of. And then he made it happen to allow the pathway for all these other players, right? Co-founder in Spring Hill Company, producer of Space Jam: New Legacy. Not a great movie. Not a great movie. And a billionaire since 2002. Good for him. Good for him. His Nike deal rivals Jordan's in revenue, though it lacks the same singular branding punch. Yeah, so he's made probably more money than Jordan as far as endorsements and stuff like that. But like the LeBron James brand doesn't really touch the Jordan brand, right? Like even now, I just tried to get the bricks shoes, brick by brick, those red, and I couldn't even get in that drop. Okay, can we talk about sneakers? Can we talk about this system of like randomized drawing to buy sneakers? Like, you are creating false scarcity. You've produced millions of these, and even more in your warehouse are just sitting there, and you're only going to limited release them at a time, so you create a frenzy to keep driving up the price. Ludicrous. Just put the sneakers in Foot Locker. Put them online. Let me just buy a pair of sneakers that I want to buy. Come on, man. Anyways, that's not LeBron's fault. It's probably more of Jordan's fault. Like, Jordan was so popular, honestly. Reliability. LeBron's journey from relatability, not reliability, because like he's always injured for something. Well, it's not really injured. I think he's just taking a vacation. LeBron's journey from an acro kid into a global star resonates widely. He shared highs 2016 titles and lows 2011 finals, publicly humanizing him. I honestly think LeBron doesn't care for fans, and I think that's also one of the reasons I don't think he's the GOAT. I think like he thinks he's above people, and you can just tell he carries that arrogance, and I don't like that. But his story is great. He is a kid from Akron, Ohio, and he became like larger than life. Like he is a star. You can't deny that he is a star. Modern athlete blueprint. LeBron's longevity and versatility and player empowerment, IG The Decision, showed how athletes control their narratives and careers. I think that's a garbage. I think he's ruined the NBA with that. I don't think that's anything. Like, that's not a good cultural aspect. Like, all these NBA stars are forgetting who is making them successful. The fans that are watching your product are the people that are making you successful, right? Yes, you put hard work in. But if we decide not to watch collectively, there is no money for you to be made. The same with movies. Who makes the movies? The people that watched them, right? Like, and you guys are acting like it's a privilege to watch. It's a privilege to be watched. Remember that. I'm getting on a high horse here. Why he wins culturally. LeBron's influence spans sports, activism, and media in fragmented digital age. He's a multidimensional figure who shaped today's NBA culture. Yeah, we'll give him that win. Comparison. LeBron's impact was concentrated in the 90s, but went global through branding and TV. LeBron's is ongoing, broader via social media, and more socially engaged. Jordan equals perfection and swagger. LeBron, resilience and evolution. Those are actually pretty good. Those are pretty good, astute, and I'll take the perfection and swagger. Any day of the week. Any day of the week, son. I'm sorry. Legacies. Air Jordan is cultural artifact, timeless, nostalgic. LeBron's legacy feels more dynamic, tied to current issues and accessibility. I don't think LeBron's impact will stand the test of time like Jordan's impact will. Like I think there's a lot of LeBron fatigue, and I think that's why he keeps doing things to stay relevant in the media. I think, and people are gonna drag me for this, and that's fine. I think LeBron James is the Kardashian of basketball. I've said it. I said it. The verdict for AI, Jordan edges out culturally because his influence created foundation, basketball's global boom, sneaker culture, be like Mike ethos, LeBron built upon. Jordan's peak was a singular movement that defined an era. His mystique endures as a benchmark. LeBron's impact, while massive and more layered, operates in a noisy, less centralized world, diluting its singularity. That said, LeBron's cultural relevance might grow post-retirement as his off-working matures. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I don't think so, but I would say LeBron doesn't have the cultural impact that Michael Jordan did. Let's move on. Last thing. Michael Jordan's and LeBron's impact on basketball. Okay? Scoring revolution. Jordan perfected the mid-range game using fadeaways, footwork, and acrobatics and become virtually unguardable. His 30.1 points per game career average and 10 scoring titles set a new standard for guards. That's accurate, very true. If you watch that Last Dance documentary, no one thought Michael Jordan was going to even be as relevant as he was because the game was ruled by centers. Jordan made the guard famous. He made people want to become guards. He kind of created this whole revolution and even laid the foundation of LeBron being a forward, even though LeBron is a freak athlete. But if you think about it, LeBron probably in the back in the day would have been labeled a power forward, if not a center or something. And I don't think he would have been allowed to do as what he can do today. That stems from Jordan setting that foundation of how we really look at basketball. Athletics and highlights, his dunks, 1988 slam dunk contest. The hang time made basketball a spectacle, inspiring players like Vince Carter and Kobe Bryant to emulate his flair. Fair. Competitive standard. Jordan's 6-0 finals record and relentless drive established the championship or bust mentality. His clutch performances, 1998 finals game 6, became the blueprint for greatness. That's a fair point. Like, because Michael Jordan was 6-0 in finals, it kind of made it like that you need to win in order to be considered a great. Which is why LeBron James does this load management stuff, because the playoffs are what matters. The problem with the difference, here's the difference, is Michael Jordan played every game like it was the finals. It made us endeared to that. If a random kid bought a ticket to see Michael Jordan, there wasn't a chance that he was going to be on load management on a back-to-back night or something like that. Right? Are we right? Sorry. Guard dominance. Before Jordan, big men like Kareem and Magic dominated. He proved 6'6" guard could be the league's best, paving the way for players like Allen Iverson and D. Wade. Magic Johnson was at the point, though, right? So he was tall, but Michael Jordan, made the guard what it is. I think Magic Johnson probably helped that as well. Defense. His 1988 Defensive Player of the Year award and 9 all-defensive first-team selections showed guards could excel in both ends, influenced the way players like Gary Payton and Kawhi Leonard. Jordan's Bulls made basketball a global sport. His play style, explosive yet polished, drove the league's popularity surge. And I think you had to be fair. Let's throw in some TV numbers. Hold on. We'll come back to that. TV ratings during Jordan's era and LeBron's. Okay, we're waiting here. Okay, the highest one was 1998 finals for Jordan, is 18.7 rating, 29 million viewers. Game 6 peaked at 35.9 million. That's crazy. And let's see LeBron's. LeBron's highest was, I guess you could say, 17.7 million during the 2013 finals. Now, you could argue from LeBron's context that everything is social media, so people aren't watching TV as much. So those numbers may be skewed, right? But I think we can all argue that the NBA is not necessarily as popular as it was. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is, because it's a global brand and more people have eyes on it. Maybe it's more popular than ever. Maybe TV ratings don't matter anymore. You know, we'll see. Okay. Okay, let's go LeBron. Positionless play. At 6'9", 250 pounds, LeBron blended point guard vision, forward strength, and wing agility. His ultimate do-it-all player, influencing stars like Giannis and Luka Doncic. That's a fair point. Like, LeBron did make an impact on basketball. Like, his versatility, his athletic ability did change the way people even play the game. Now we have what's his name? Wimby. He's a 7-foot center, but yet he's shooting 3 shots, right? Like, so obviously LeBron James did change the way basketball is. There's no denying that. Don't think he's a GOAT, but no denying that. Playmaking big. He's 7.8 of assists per game, career average. Redefine what a forward could do. That's a fair point. LeBron can play point guard if he is needed to. That is something that wouldn't happen without him. Longevity and durability. Although you could say Magic Johnson also did that, but he was at the guard position. But he could have played the forward, I think. I think he could have played the forward. Longevity and durability. Playing at elite level for 22 seasons set a new bar in a career sustainability. His training regime inspired players like Kevin Durant in prioritizing fitness. Okay, that's a fair point for LeBron. He takes care of his body. His body is a temple for sure, and he invests money into it. Jordan kind of was gambling and doing some smoking. You know what I'm saying? Smoking cigars, and he was...
Yeah. Well, that's all right. Let's see if all that trash talking starts when it's 0-0 instead of 5-6 point lead. That's where it starts.
But he was still great. Like, you can't deny his greatness, but he probably could play longer if he would have taken care of his body like LeBron is doing. And if the technologies were all the same, right? Pace and space era. LeBron thrived and accelerated and shift to small ball, 3-point shooting. Yeah, I think he's thrived at that. I don't think he's been dominant in that era, right? Because he's had the Warriors win 4 titles during this era, right? Yes, he did beat them in 2016, but he also allowed them to win 4 different titles during his dominance. How can you be dominant if a rival has the same amount of titles as you? What's up? Player empowerment, the decision, I think this is a stain on his legacy. I think if he had to go back, he wouldn't do this again. He would not do the decision and announce that he's going to win 7 titles with the Heat and join up with 2 All-Stars. I think that's a stain on his GOATness, and I'll take that to the bank. Stat sheet stuffing. LeBron's 40 points, so it's 50K points, 10K rebounds and 10K assists, the first ever normalized triple-doubles, pushing young players like Nikolai Jokic to chase all-around excellence. Fair. Lasting mark, LeBron evolved basketball into a faster, more flexible, player-driven game. His versatility and longevity reshaped the expectations for stars. Yeah, I don't think that's false. Let's go head to head here. Jordan mastered isolation, scoring, and mid-range artistry. His game was surgical, influencing Kobe, DeMar DeRozan, and Jason Tatum. LeBron pioneered hybrid superstar, point forward skills, and power forward's body. Think Ben Simmons, Zion Williamson, and even Chet Holmgren's versatility. Ben Simmons and Zion are not great examples because Ben Simmons isn't even playing anymore. And Zion, he has some weight issues. Okay, as a big guy, we can know that Zion has some weight issues. That he likes food a little bit too much, and I get that. Trust me, I get that. Inspiration. Jordan players wanted to be him. His swagger and clutch gene were the goal. IG Kobe's near identical moves. LeBron players wanted to play like him. His all-around game and leadership style resonate. Giannis MVP runs. That's a fair comparison. Game's evolution. Jordan amplified the entertainment and competitiveness of basketball. LeBron modernized his strategy and physical demands. Okay. We read a lot of things. I don't think my mind's changed. I may have been. I was extremely biased. Obviously, I'm a Jordan guy. What do you guys think? Obviously, I will hear cases. I'm going to argue. And I'm going to argue dumbly because I don't know all this stuff. I'm not covering the league. I'm not watching every single day. Although the Warriors have been going on a nice run. A nice run with Jimmy Butler. But I don't know, Luka and LeBron, it should be an interesting final. It should be an interesting playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what's going on. But this has been another episode of Mrradillo's World. I know I have no credibility in this, but I'm going to keep talking about it. Hey, have a great evening, morning, or adios.